We're almost done with our deep dive into Python list. But before we continue to our next data structure, let's talk about creating lists in a shorter way. Say we wanted to create a list with multiples of 7 from 7 to 70. We could do it like this. We create a list called multiples. Then, for x in range 1 to 11, multiples, dot, append, x multiplies 7, print multiples. This works fine and is a good way of solving it. But because creating lists based on sequences is such a common task, Python provides a technique called list comprehension that lets us do it in just one line. This is how we would do the same with list comprehension. Multiples equals to, we'll start the list, open brackets, x times 7 for x in range 1 to 11, and close the list. Print multiples. It should be the same. List comprehensions let us create new lists based on sequences or ranges. So we can use this technique whenever we want to create a list, based on a range like in this example, or based on the contents of a list, a tuple, a string, or any other Python sequence. The syntax tries to copy how you would express these concepts with natural language, although it can still be confusing sometimes. Let's check out a different example. Say we have a list of strings with the names of programming languages, like this one, and we want to generate a list of the length of the strings. We could iterate over the list and add them like we did before. Or we could use a list comprehension like this. Lengths equals to, open bracket, len open bracket language close bracket, for language in languages, close bracket, print lengths. List comprehensions also let us use a conditional clause. Say we wanted all the numbers that are divisible by 3 between 0 and 100. We could create a list like this. Z equals to, open bracket, x for x in range 0 to 101. If x module 3 equals to 0, close bracket, print z. In this case, we just want the element x to be a part of the list, but we only want the numbers, where the remainder of the division by 3 is 0. So we add the conditional clause after the range. Using list comprehensions, when programming in Python, is totally optional. Sometimes it can make the code look nicer and more readable. At other times it can have the opposite effect, especially if we try to pack too much information together. In general, it's a good idea to know that list comprehensions exist, especially when you're trying to understand someone else's code. Alright, we've now seen a bunch of different methods we can use to operate with lists and tuples, and Python provides even more of them that we didn't get to talk about. Before winding up this session, let's complete this code into a workable block. The odd numbers function returns a list of odd numbers between 1 and n inclusively. Fill in the blanks in the function using list comprehension. Hint: remember that list and range counters start at 0 and end at the limit -1. Here is the code template on your screen. Please try to complete it with the desired output. The required output for your reference should be like this. Please see the comments section for the solution of this exercise. If this video helped you out in any way, please make sure to like and subscribe for more videos. Also, click on the screen right now to watch another video, just like this one, with some tips and tricks to help you level up. If you have any questions or suggestions, then you may ask in the comments section below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.